Cozy Crypt is a homebrew D&D-ish podcast, teaming with Appalachian folklore, American cryptids, and found family energy. We believe in respect, tall tales, and not being a dick, but the show has cussing and horror themes, so listener discretion is advised. Welcome, y'all, to another episode of Cozy Crypt, a creepy yet cozy Appalachian D&D adventure where we go to jail.
I didn't even pass go and didn't even get $200.
You didn't get $200, no collect. I am your game master, Olivia Wake, and with me are my cozy little creeps, Jessica Kaplan.
Hi, I play Bobbi MacMilgen.
Caitlyn Murphy.
Hey there, I play Aster Davis.
René Padilla.
Hello, I am Harlan Grey.
And once upon a DM, now a poor little player, David Wake.
Hello, I play Selwyn DeWhit.
So flat. You're like, hi.
I feel like he's somewhat done with your shit.
Oh,
Just a little bit.
maybe. DeWitt's done with your shit.
DeWhit's done with your shit.
Hey. I did it.
You DeWhitted it.
I DeWitted it. Okay, now we've gone too far. All right, guys. Who wants to give me a recap of what happened last time?
We went to jail.
Yeah, we're in jail.
We drove around the town. We saw a nice statue. It also had a cemetery with a big dead tree, and all the graves are facing the big dead tree.
Saw a grumpy dude with a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff Ward is not very nice.
She's got a lot going on.
She's a professional, thank you.
I did kind of make her pause a couple of times.
She's seen a dead body, and then her officer is like, there's no dead body. This whole thing has been like 45 minutes.
Yeah. From bus crash to
Now.
in jail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that happened too. Yeah. Weird shit.
Also, we find out that the Ward's family have been sheriffs since the founding of the town, and the Hicks have been the mayors since the founding of the town.
And the officer's name was Will.
Mm-hmm.
Will gives way too much information away.
I was being nice. It's a very charming back and forth.
The only person that we didn't actually find out about was the third statue person, Rebecca Murph. So we have no clue on any background from that person, but guess we'll find out.
And you got a closer look at a little golden coin that was in Harlan's pocket.
It was a wasp that was stabbed with chains in the visage of a dagger.
And it said Apocrypha.
Apocrypha.
And none of us know what that means.
Then go.
And Harlan is the lucky duck sleeping on the cot in the jail cell that all four of us are in.
We also found out that Aster can talk to trees.
Yeah.
And
Selwyn can see spirits.
Yep, look at that. Got some special people here.
And Bobby's just along for the ride.
And Bobby's just a happy little guy.
Listen, Bobby convinced Will to take her out to this tree. Now we have to convince Will to take me with them so I can look at this tree more.
He seems like a nice guy.
And on that note,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you guys have a very rough night in this cell.
We're exhausted and it sucks.
We are.
Both Selwyn and Aster barely slept. There was the rough feel of the cell under you, that strange staticky feeling that occasionally buzzes through the air here, and Harlan snoring. So loudly.
I poke him with my stick.
Doesn't matter. And the moment, Aster, that you really start feeling, okay, maybe I'm actually going to get a couple hours of sleep here, you become vaguely aware that the lights in the room are getting brighter. And just as you start not hearing the snoring, just as there's no more typing, no more sounds of someone drinking coffee, you hear a slight bang, followed by the rustling of the cell door, and all of a sudden, there is a sharp white light that cuts through your eyelids. A new voice, smooth but warm, goes, "No, I told you not to put broken people in jail, May. These kids need triage, not a goddamn holding cell." every single one of you blink awake. And Aster, just in time to see that the pin light is shining directly into your eyes.
Aster does the whole, like, trying to shield right in front of the face.
And when the light clicks off, a woman looms above you, middle-aged, dark-skinned, and freckled, with a crown of wild curls gathered into a loose wrap on top of her head. There is a stethoscope draped around her neck like a badge, and her brown eyes are soft as she rubs her hands together for warmth and gestures towards your abdomen. I'm sorry for the rude awakening, sugar. Just gotta check you over. I'm Dr. Murr. What's your name, honey?
Aster.
All right. Mind if I check your ribs, miss?
Sure.
Okay. She touches lightly into your abdomen. There's a little pain. I'm sorry. But as she's doing that, her tone suddenly sharpens as she shouts over her shoulder to what you can see is Sheriff Ward standing in the door. Concussions, fractured ribs, God knows what else, and you thought a caught in lockup was a treatment plan? May just kind of frowns at her and goes, they're suspects, ᎠTakže, for murder. And she says, they're hurt, May. And I can't fix them here. She gestures to the air around them. So suspects are not, next time you drag someone in half dead, you bring them to me first. She turns back to you, Aster, with a tired smile, and then looks at all the rest of you and says, now then, let's have a look at the rest of you. She comes over to Bobbi, always asking permission, at least silently, to inspect you.
Hi.
Hi, honey, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, well, I'm just going to look you over, make sure everything's all right.
All right. You said your name was Dr. Murr?
Yes, Dr. Murr.
Does that mean you're related to the statue lady outside, Rebecca?
Yes, I am indeed.
Oh, that's so cool. Wait, does that mean your ancestor, your great whatever, don't want to assume, has been the town doctor too?
Not necessarily the doctor, but, generally, yes.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, okay, that hurts.
Oh, sorry about that, honey.
It's okay. I've had broken ribs before.
Quite a few, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, it's not as bad as the time I accidentally, broke my femur. That really sucked.
Good to know about your prior history.
Oh, I've also had, 2 other concussions. I think they were only, grade 1s, though, and I've definitely, not broke spinal column, but definitely something snapped. But it's okay.
Okay, so maybe we should get you a scan. She keeps looking you over, moves over to Harlan, does the same thing. And while she moves methodically down the line, tutting very softly to herself, when she gets to you, Selwyn, she looks over you and she goes, Lord have mercy, it's like y'all jumped off a bridge. What on earth happened?
Fell down the side of a mountain.
In a bus.
What?
Yeah.
A bus?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Herald Express.
A bus crash. She looks back at May. A bus crash, May? They could have died. And May goes, well, they didn't. And for the record, there wasn't any bus.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
There's no bus?
There's definitely a bus.
It was a bus? We were on the bus.
No, that's how we got here.
May crosses her arms tight, jaw set, and for a long beat, she says nothing. But then without meeting anyone's eyes, she mutters, the rock slide was real. Found that easily, about 2 miles west. Highway's been taken clean out. State lines are gonna throw a fit over who's responsible. Gonna be a hot minute till anyone comes and goes from May, says ᎠTakže. And May blinks. But there was no bus. Trees were snapped, rubble was everywhere, but a vehicle there was not.
But what about Harold?
There wasn't anyone there. There weren't even tire tracks.
We didn't just fall from the sky.
I mean, we technically did since we fell from the side of a mountain.
Well, but let's not be pedantic here.
Did you try to call Harold?
Will, did you try to call that number? And Will's like, I forgot to get it. I'll try it real quick. Sir, can you provide the number that you said?
Sure. Well, if you have my things, it's maybe a little scrap of paper I went ahead and wrote it on.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll check.
It starts with a bunch of 5s and kind of ends with a bunch of 5s too. So yeah.
He grabs it and reads it to himself and goes, that's a lot of 5s. And then you see him dial it on his phone. He's holding it up to his ear. It's one of those little desk phones that actually still has a cord, which is real interesting.
Old school.
And he sits there and he's like, hangs up, tries it again, and pushes a button that goes to speaker and you hear, doo doo doo. We're sorry. This number is out of order.
Did you write the number down right?
I think so. I'm pretty certain that was the number that he gave me.
You see May kind of just shake her head and she's just like, y'all don't make any damn sense.
Dr. Murr,
Yeah, hon.
The lovely sheriff's not been telling us much, but we were called by the Green.
Oh, I know. I'm not blind, Sugar. I saw the mark.
Can you explain what that is?
Well, it's not really my job to tell that.
Whose job is it?
That would be Granny.
Oh.
Anyway, I do need to take you there, since I assume May has not had you meet her yet.
She's been not forthcoming with a lot of things.
You were with a dead body.
It was a dead monster.
That apparently you can't find.
You see May kind of stare at you the moment that you say that, and her face literally just lowers into that sort of how the fuck did you know that look. And Aja next to her goes, May, was there a body? And May's like, fine. There was no body, okay? There were signs. The bog either swallowed it or animals got it. I don't know. But rest assured, I will be doing a full investigation, and soon I will know exactly what's going on here.
Well, cool. Can you find Harold and the bus, too? Because those are a lot bigger than one body. Though, to be fair, that guy was pretty rotund and... Oh, okay.
How dare you?
Bull Cannon.
Oh,
was-
Bull Cannon. Oh, okay, sorry.
Not
Yes. I
Harold.
thought you were talking about Harold. I was like, how dare you?
No. We
Okay.
like Harold. We wouldn't
we
make
like
fun
her.
of him.
We would die for Harold.
And then as you're saying that, Aja looks up and goes, so what you're saying is technically there's no crime, so you can't hold them.
That's the law, yeah.
And May just looks at her and she goes, no, I can hold them for up to, of which Aja goes, excuse me, honey, and lifts up your arm, Selwyn, to show the mark again and says, they're green-bound, which means they're carrying cryptkin, dear. So unless you want a haunted rash or a spontaneous possession, you best believe they're going to need to go see Granny. And if you can't hold them here, which it sounds like you have no evidence, then I will be taking them. May takes a beat, glares at Aja, before finally pulling out her keys and going to unlock the cell. She shouts over to Will, get their things, and then looking back at you says, fine, but I'm watching you, all of you. And if you reveal yourselves or do something stupid, I will act. Not everyone in this town's like you.
How old is she?
Who?
Sheriff Ward.
Sheriff Ward, she looked like she was in her 50s.
Okay.
So does Dr. Murph. She also looks like she's in her 50s. She gives a glare to Aja, and Aja glares back, and anybody who wants to can give me an insight check.
Oh. I'll put him back.
Oh, you're putting back in your boobs?
That is a dirty 20.
You
Nice.
said perception?
You guys are minused on that.
I know, 5.
That's right. I got you. Natural 20 plus 3.
Why do you keep rolling so many natural 20s?
Because you bought me this dice. God damn.
10.
10. Selwyn,
Take it.
you slept rough, man. It's been a hard day.
I'm just kind of also just smiling at her.
Just being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else just very vaguely notice that there is a sort of familiar anger going between Dr. Murr and Sheriff Ward that you generally don't see unless people are very familiar with each other.
Are you guys kind of picking up a vibe? Because I'm kind of picking up a vibe.
Oh, yeah, there is definitely
There's
that here.
there's something there.
Yeah.
Are you getting, like, need to be vibe or already were vibe?
I'm kind of thinking need to be. It just seems like it's a lot of dick measuring, you know?
Yeah.
She opens the door and Aja looks at her and says, you done?
Yeah.
Not you, May.
We're done too.
She just looks at you and she's like, you done, bitch?
I wasn't sure if they could hear us or not, so I was just going to roll with it.
Yep. And then she looks over at you guys and goes, come along, sweet peas. We gotta go see Granny.
Okay, sounds fun. Hey, Harlan, can I have my jacket back?
Hand back jacket.
Thanks.
You guys get your stuff back from Will. And with a final warning glare to May, Aja herds you out. Back through the hallways you went through last night, past the faded posters and photos of sheriffs long gone, until you're stepping out into the light.
It burned.
The grind of well-worn sidewalk under your feet. You take a breath of fresh air, pine sweet, though already heavy with humidity.
Good old southern heat.
The sun's only just begun to drag itself over the hills, which, in the day, you've noticed that the town is nestled in a valley, cradled between mountains. The light creeps over the tops of tall trees, casting a square in long golden shadows. And now that you see it well lit, for a place built around a graveyard, it's oddly charming. quiet, but not dead. Old storefronts ring the square, their signs painted and slightly chipped, their windows filled with homey clutter. To the left, a row of old buildings stretches out. You spot a modest clinic and a wood-slated general store, where a young man is already arranging crates of produce, followed by a curious temple with a mix of crooked steeples, onion domes, and mismatched stained glass. Outside, a stout vicar pats the head of a large black pit bull-ish dog. And past him, two men argue outside of a hardware store. One is a tall, Polynesian-looking man. The other an old white man in a tricorn hat, wielding a sign that loudly reads, "The end is around here somewhere."
Sounds about right. Is it a trucker hat?
Tricorn.
No, it's tricorn.
Tricorn.
Yeah.
Like a colonial hat.
Yeah.
And then to your right, more shops sit still in the morning quiet. There's a tidy little bookstore that has its doors propped open, where two pale twins are silently stacking half-priced books. Past that is a small metaphysical shop and a boldly colored boutique, though both seem to still be closed. Then there's a warm wood tavern. Its deep green shutters and roof absolutely covered in vines. An elderly couple are out fussing over a sign that reads, "The Grave Vine Tavern. Grits now back on the menu." And farther down, a red-haired woman stacks bags of seed, while something large and scaly wriggles in a baby carrier on her back. Finally, just visible past the central graveyard and its towering dead oak, is that Victorian house, the Grieve Inn. And beside you, Ꭰży gives a small, firm nod. "Yep, that's where we're headed. Best get moving, Granny's undoubtedly waiting." And she gestures out, letting y'all decide which way around you would like to go. "And I have for you a map to see. This is the town square."
Oh, pretty.
So, you guys are at the town hall, and you're headed towards the Grieve Inn. You guys can choose which direction you would like to go around, whether you would like to go to the left or to the right.
Selwyn clocked the bookstore, just as...
So does he just like start wandering towards it?
No, he knows that
Okay.
we don't need to...
You can choose. It's whatever your character would do.
What's the name of the bookstore?
As you glance over, you happen to see in written, sloped, faded paint across the glass storefront, it says, "A Likely Story." Which is a name that David made up from our last campaign, by the way.
Nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Would any of these shops be places that could sell like a cozy hollow patch? Because that's what Bobbi would look towards. Like, is there any place that would sell?
So
like-
there's a couple places, and your like experience places that might have that would be like the general store, or maybe the bookstore would have it. Most likely the general store.
Okay.
Now, is Dr. Murr being like, we need to go, or can we?
Yeah,
Okay.
she looks at y'all, sees the confusion, goes, I mean, I just was gonna give you guys an opportunity to look if you wanted to, but we do need to be heading to Granny.
Okay.
Left or right, y'all?
Left.
Okay. So you head to the left, towards the general store, the temple-ish thing. And as you pass by, because Ꭰży is, as soon as you choose which way, she starts walking. And she expects you to follow, clearly from her pace. As you pass by, outside of the general store, you see a sign that reads, "Grow, Sir General."
Oh my god.
Grow-Sir, S-I-R, exclamation point, General.
So this town really likes their puns.
Seems so.
Okay.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I was just like, yes, it is a continual thing. Anyway, let's keep going. It's nice to think of it as, small town charm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as you move past the grocer general, there is a young man in a tucked flannel shirt and clean jeans, stacking a few crates of produce with a practiced hand outside. He's got kind of dusty brown hair, white-skinned, blue eyes. And when he sees y'all's movement, he looks immediately, eyes scanning, attentive. You see a little name tag on it who says, Theo. He smiles, a little too practiced of a look, but the second his gaze finds Bobbi, his mouth goes a little slack before he blinks blushes, and quickly looks away, fiddling with a box he already straightened.
Well, that's adorable.
Does Bobbi notice that reaction?
You know what? Give me a perception check, Bobbi.
Okay.
Or, no, perception. Perception's good.
21.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely clock that.
Oh, hi.
He makes that noise, immediately gives a small little wave, and then runs back into the store.
Bobbi tries to wave, but he's like clearly running away, so he didn't see it. He's like, oh, did I do something?
You get that reaction pretty often, don't you? And Hana just kind of walks past you.
I mean,
Damn.
Ooh!
I mean, I guess. I try to be friendly.
Not saying anything's wrong with it. Just, it makes sense. And yeah, so
Aja from ahead of you just kind of turns around and goes, "You ought to look a sweetheart." And then turns around and keeps going.
Okay.
I've learned you take the compliment. You just take the compliment, even if you don't know what it means. And it just walks past.
So you guys keep moving. Next door, there is that odd-looking temple. There are crooked steeples and stained glass that catch the morning light. And by that light, you can see softly glowing symbols from dozens of faiths etched into the glass. Above the wooden door to this temple is a plaque that reads, "All Ways Oratory." And the vicar outside, he's standing under the sign. He's got an open collar and mirrored sunglasses, just enjoying the morning air, while his large black dog, broad-shouldered and teeth just barely peeking out, watches you from the shade. And everyone, please give me another perception check real quick as you're moving by.
Would I clock that?
Selwyn, you should give it an
I was
advantage.
going to ask, would I clock that he also is wearing glasses?
it's a perception check.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Bobbi might be a little oblivious to people's attention, but she's perceptive as fuck with
That
other
was a
things.
natural 20 as well.
Oh.
Nice.
23 total.
17.
Sorry, were we doing perception?
Yes, perception.
Okay, so that would have been a 24.
Nice. Did you take your decrease?
I did. I
Okay.
did. It took my decrease. It would have been 24 without the decrease.
13.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Aster, you look at that and you're like, puppy!
Honestly, that was about to be Aster's reaction.
Happy.
Was, oh my gosh, look at that big puppy.
However, you will notice that the moment that you make eye contact with him, he growls.
Grr.
And Bobbi and Selwyn, you could clock it as well. And Harlan, since you were looking, because what'd you get, Harlan?
17.
17, yes. This dog's eyes glow bright red.
Do you see the dog?
This is a strange ass town. What the hell is wrong with these places?
I mean,
Is this something that we're just gonna see the whole time while what is going on here?
I don't know. Dr. Murr, not to be rude, but do all the dog's eyes glow red, or is it just that little
Are you
pupper?
talking about Waffles?
Yeah.
His name is Waffles.
His name is Waffles.
I want to pet him so bad, but he
I
growled at me.
I wouldn't advise it. He doesn't generally let anyone pet him other than Father Faraday.
He's always had red eyes?
Oh, yeah, honey, he's a snarly owl.
Oh, because Bobbi would know what that is.
I mean, you can do a history check to see if you know what that is.
Let's see. 14.
14. Okay. You have heard some tales of a creature that is just a kind of a phantom black dog, normally up in the Maryland area, sometimes West Virginia. The most that you've generally heard about it is that it is fairly scary to people, if just for the sake that nothing can really touch it. If something was to throw something at it, it would pass right through.
The Grim.
The Grim! To answer your question, things are a little different here, but as May did say, it is not always the best practice to bring attention to it. You all, being greenbound, can see through the veil, but not everyone here is greenbound.
Oh, okay. So to most people, Waffles is just a dog?
A fairly unfriendly dog.
Okay, cool. Does Father Faraday know that he's got red eyes? I feel like that might be important for him to know.
Selwyn, with your thing, like recognizes like. You feel it rather quickly the moment that you look at Father Faraday. That same tingle, that same sting in your eyes.
I take my glasses off like the doctor in Jurassic Park.
the shaking of the glasses and
well, because he's never
can't
met
mime it for for recording.
But he's never met anybody that has been like him.
Mm-hmm. And Father Faraday is not looking your way. He's looking up at the sky, and you would notice that he is petting Waffles, so he can touch Waffles.
Damn.
But
Aster, you won't pet that dog?
I won't pet that dog.
I won't pet that dog so bad.
Aster, I don't think you should try to pet that dog.
I'm not going to try and pet that dog.
Don't pet that dog.
Dr. Murr?
Yes, dear. As you're moving past.
There's someone else that can, and I tilt my glasses down for her.
Oh, you're like Patrick then. Okay. It's been a while since we've had an eye shine around here. Nice to see that. Yes, at some point I might encourage you to speak to Father Faraday. He is also blessed with special vision.
Blessed.
You wouldn't call it blessed?
That's what our eye's from. No.
Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, she keeps moving on.
Dr. Murr, can you give us a little background about Cozy Crypts or Hollow? Which
Cozy Crypt by history. However, Mayor Hicks is trying a new initiative to see if we can pull in some interest to our little town.
I would think that it being named Cozy Crypt would be a lot better than Hollow.
Apparently, it tested bad. So she keeps walking, and further down, past the temple, there is the clang of metal ringing from behind a storefront marked Blythe Builds, Supply and Forge. Outside, there is that tall Polynesian man with dark curls tied back and sleeves rolled high. He gives a sheepish, apologetic look to the older white man across from him, who is a grumbling figure in a worn tricorn hat, wrestling with, a whiteboard for a doomsday sign. Oddly, no matter how many times he seems to be trying to write on it, the letters keep smudging and vanishing, as if something unseen is editing it behind him. And she gives a nod to them as they pass by and gives just a gentle shout towards the white man and goes, "Now, Curly, you better be calming down. I'm expecting for that blood pressure to be going down, sir."
Do I notice anything with the invisible?
You do not. You, I would say, see that there is a shimmer of something, but there seems to be something else at play here.
Okay, because that clock's different for me. So.
Yeah. You notice, kind of like, how when heat rises off of pavement, you can see that happening around the sign and happening around the Polynesian man, but not
but I can't
not
see
able to
it.
see whatever it is that's there. And the white man gives a very broad kind of smile to Dr. Murr. He's missing several teeth, but he says, "Aye, aye, Captain." And then immediately starts trying to write back on his board again.
We've got a pirate here. A land pirate.
Yeah, for anybody who's curious, y'all are definitely landlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The between the mountains.
Pirate knows no bounds.
Pirate knows no bounds. So, you keep moving past. The sidewalk sort of ends, and right at the end, Ꭰහැ crosses over the street to the open green space that you clocked last night. You do very shortly notice that there is another building at the very end, but it looks like there's nothing there, and it's vacant storefront, windows are dusty, and it has up a sign that says "For Lease" in the window. And it doesn't really stand out much. However, perched quietly on the wooden trim above the door are two pigeons. Not city pigeons. They're rounder, sleeker, feathers tinted with soft bronze and slate. And they're watching you with sharp, cautious red eyes, like they're not used to being seen. And if anyone wants to, you can give me a history check. DC is 13.
17.
Damn. 12.
You are struggling.
Well, then if it hadn't been -1, you probably would have gotten it.
Yeah.
19.
You said history? 17.
17. Okay. Everyone but Aster.
Aster's just on the struggle bus. That's
Aster is feeling rough. It was a hard night.
And she passed the dead tree, too, so it probably didn't
She's
help her
a-
right
she's
there.
a heavy
the dead
girl.
tree is fucking with Aster right now.
Interesting. All right, well, everyone else but Aster happened to notice that these are, I'm trying to figure out how you know this. Bobbi, probably just because you were curious, you probably saw it in a museum. You probably saw it during your research, Selwyn. And the only reason I can think Harlan knows this is because he's a city boy and he's been around a bunch of pigeons and maybe he got really curious and did a Google deep dive one day.
He just went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole of pigeon.
Yep.
He's a finance bro.
Look, I've done it before. So
he ripped a couple of Celsius or Red Bulls and just all the way down.
Real hard. These are passenger pigeons, which all of you know went extinct in the early 1900s. These birds shouldn't exist. But Aja doesn't seem to notice, by the way. And she just kind of just keeps moving.
So she doesn't notice. It's not. Is it that she doesn't notice or that she just doesn't care?
Maybe doesn't care
is
the better feeling that you get from it. She's just kind of used to it.
So this town also has extinct birds?
What are you talking about?
That's passenger pigeons.
Oh, yeah, as far as I'm aware, they're the only two, but yeah, they're here too. Just keeps going.
Okay. Bobbi just shrugs and continues walking.
Yep. She waves you on. Her stride is brisk as she crosses to the grassy median that anchors the square. It's the same central points you saw last night as she leads you onto the green space. Your back to the graveyard and your front towards the statue before the end. And I ask again, is there anything you'd like to gaze closer at as you're passing by? There is the graveyard and the dead oak behind you. There is the statue ahead.
Would I remember where I kind of saw something moving in the graveyard?
I could say that you were shocked enough about it to get an idea. Yeah.
That general area.
Do you find yourself staring back at the graveyard?
I'm going to take a look at it and just kind of see if, as we're walking by...
Anybody else want to take a look while you're...
I just wanted to know, like, how old are some of these graves? Can I tell from that?
You're not going to be able to get close enough to be able to tell that right now.
Can Aster feel the grass?
Oh, yeah.
Bobbi's going to try to get a better look at, like, the faces of the statues.
Okay, so you're looking at the statues, you're looking at the forest, not the forest, the graveyard. You're not
I was
doing anything?
No.
Okay. And I guess...
I'm looking at the pigeons.
You're looking at the pigeons. And you're like, man, look at those.
Well, no, he takes out
pigeons.
his notebook and starts writing things.
Look at them pigeons shit on that car.
That's a good
shit all over.
car.
Oh, same thing as well as we're walking past outside the graveyard section. I know we got picked up in an SUV to come over here, but everything else kind of looks a little vintagey. Do the vehicles look the exact same as well? Do they look aged, or
Some of them look brand new, like recent vehicles. Some of them look really old. It kind of depends upon where it's parked. Outside of the hardware store, you see older vehicles that are very much like kind of an idea of what would be more utilitarian versus anything else. But if it was back near the fancy boutique, there's a really fancy, nice car outside of it.
Are there any Teslas?
There are no Teslas in this world.
I'm about to say, you just kind of want to pick up, like, what's the look and feel like for this town with visitors versus people who actually are here? Like, just by clocking, does it look like people...
Just by clocking really quick, you would probably say that... I'm trying to determine how you would figure that out. Like, are you looking to see if there's tourists, essentially, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, are people outside taking pictures?
There are none. No tourists. Nobody taking pictures.
Yeah. 'Cause you can kind of see
it. It is also early morning, though. Try to keep that in mind as well.
If it was seeing it like us, obviously we are currently tourists around this area. We're looking around, we're scanning stuff, we're checking the area. We're, compared to locals, this is just everyday life. You can tell that I'm going to go from here to this store and from this store to this store without actually picking up on anything else outside.
Everyone here seems like they live here that you've seen so far.
Okay.
Aster, you said that you had tried to feel the grass. It feels alive. It feels like it gently brushes back towards you, kind of like being like a hello kind of feel to it. And as you stare at the graveyard and back towards it, your eyes catch on that massive oak with its limbs stretched skyward. You do notice that some of its branches shimmer. Can you give me a perception check real quick?
Is it just for the people looking
Just the people looking at the trees.
Okay.
And the graveyard.
17.
17, okay.
Take your time. Take your time, Master.
You got this. I could even say you could do it at advantage if you wanted to, because it is related to trees and stuff.
19.
19. Okay.
I had to take into account my exhaustion. That's messing with me.
I know. So you both squint, focusing on the twisted limbs. Aster, I imagine you kind of like nudge him a bit, Harlan a bit, just be like, do you see that? And you notice that the glint up above is glass. There are bright blue bottles attached to many of the limbs catching morning light. As your gaze adjusts, you see dozens of bottles. They are hanging on so many of the tree branches, clinking faintly in the breeze. Your eyes track downwards towards the lower boughs. And Harlan, that's when you see a man amongst the gravestones. He's older, tanned, draped in an oversized green nightshirt, and wearing enormous puffy slippers that are shaped like ears of corn.
I already want those shoes.
He's brushing one of the graves clean until he sees you watching. And then he freezes, hisses, and drops to vanish behind a headstone as if he was never there.
He hisses?
Yep. Yep. You also see that, by the way, Aster.
Harlan, did you just see what I seen?
I didn't see anything.
Okay. Do you see the bottles?
I see the bottles, and I look at you again. I did see a man hiss at me.
Yep. Okay.
Did you?
Did you see the slippers?
I love the slippers. I can't get past the man that just hissed at me, though.
I mean, you were in New York, right?
Look, I understand. This is not the first time I've actually had a person hiss at me. This is the first time I've ever seen somebody cleaning a gravestone in coin slippers hiss at me. Where did he go?
Can Bobbi and Selwyn hear this?
I imagine you guys have probably moved a little bit further away because you're headed towards the statue.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this loud. I'm saying this just loud enough.
I saw what the goddamn hell?
And then just one last thing, Aster. Before it fades, you hear the grass under your hands go, help it, help it, help it, help it.
Aster's face just drops.
So I don't know about these gravestones. It's just like weird looking. Aster, what the hell? You just lost color again. What is going on?
Okay, so you know how I said the tree was silent?
Yes.
The grass is not.
Okay, sweetheart, we really need to kind of get an understanding. Are you taking anything?
Are you on drugs?
Harlan, I wish I was. Honestly, that would make a whole hell of a lot more sense than what I got going on.
I dig your vibe 100%. You kind of weird me out a little bit that you're talking to trees and talking to grass and other plants.
It wears a lot of people out. It's not new.
Is everything going okay with the grass?
The grass is saying to help the tree.
What the hell? I can obviously say that there's something wrong with this tree. It's weird.
Would Aster know what this tree is?
Yes, you do. 100%. Via your background, yes, you do.
I don't know what this is. It's just a big old...
Have you ever heard of a bottle tree?
I want to say it sounds familiar, but I'm not trying to lie about it. No. What's the significance with the bottles on the branches?
Are there about the same amount of bottles as there are gravestones?
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, I'm trying to make sure I remember this right. A bottle tree, is it the protection?
Pretty much, yes.
Yes. Okay.
It keeps away bad spirits or traps bad spirits.
Okay.
It generally would be for attracting and trapping evil spirits.
Okay. So, Harlan, the bottles kind of trap bad or evil spirits, kind of like as a protection mechanism.
As Harlan's looking at the tree, how many bottles are on the tree?
There's a lot. There's a lot of bottles.
Like
1 bottle per gravestone.
Is it that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At least from what you can see from here. The graveyard is sort of closed off other than the gate, so it's a little hard to tell if you don't go in. Which now, speaking of, Ꭰහැ is starting to move ahead, and she kind of yells back to you guys, "Come on, we got to get going!" as she passes towards the statue, of which you were wanting to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And Selwyn is since I'm assuming you're there but staring at pigeons. You pass through the square's large green, over worn places where so many more feet have tread. Occasionally you spot indents in the grass as if some kind of structures were regularly placed there. But the only permanent decoration is the statue, centered neatly with a few benches for viewing. And as you approach, the statue is marble, tall, dignified. It's depicting 3 figures. A native woman, strong, beautiful, facing north. A black woman, proud and poised, facing south, and a white man, calm and coy, facing west. Each one looks out over the town, back to back, and the inscription at the base reads, Founders of Cozy Crypt, EST, 1865, Mealy Ward, Rebecca Murr, and Ezekiel Hicks. And you would notice that Ꭰዠ slows just long enough to glance at the statue of the black woman. Her expression is somewhat heavy, and then she nods ahead to the path of worn grass and past the green, standing like a sentinel between the town and whatever lives beyond the trees, is that old Victorian house, the Grieve Inn. And that is where we're going to end for right now.
Ooh. Yay.
Boop, boop, boop. Now you guys are in Cozy Crypt, and you get to see some of the weird and comfy stuff. Hooray!
Yay!
It's not all terror.
It's
Yet.
mostly terror.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm still exhausted.
You're so sleepy. And thanks to our listener, Anita Skili, for the beautiful flute music that we use near the end. I apologize if I messed up the pronunciation of your name, but you did a great job, and say, hey, check it out. He's really cool. Thanks. Cozy Crypt is written and co-produced by me, Olivia Wake. Edited and co-produced by David Wake, with special thanks to Ramblin' Johnny for his sick fiddlin' tunes. If you enjoyed this, be sure to follow for future episodes at wherever you get your podcast, and check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Cozy Crypt D&D. That's D-N-D. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, we'll see you in the crypt.